Hello everyone, bonjour tout le monde. Welcome to EFA66 on this Tuesday, June 2nd. Today, Vincenzo Alfredo Porco. Vincenzo Porco, a brother of mine. I'm 54 years old and I have not known Vincenzo as a child. My wife introduced me to Vincenzo back in 2001. And I knew of you from your salon, your hair salon. And when she introduced me to Vincenzo, that was back in 2001. So we've been brothers since, right? We've been brothers since. And Vince, when I got to know you, you're my first interview, in-person interview.
Thank you.
On EFA, when I started EFA, as I've talked about this, as equality for all. And I started the equality for all on the basis of what's transpiring to the business owners out there. And I saw it coming, and a lot of people saw it coming, and look where we're at today. Vincenzo, can you tell me, New York Hair Salon, you are, I believe, Marina, your daughter Marina, yourself, Vincenzo,
right.
Your father Alfredo, right?
That's right.
Alfredo, you're Marina's third generation, correct?
That's right, yeah.
So tell me the history of New York Hair Salon, for example.
Well, my dad went on his own back in 1986, and I started with New York, and I followed in the footsteps with him. And he's been always a people person, community, always about the community and the friendship of, when you come into our life, we become family, as you know. And my father had to believe in, making people feel good, and I followed in his footstep, and then my daughter followed in her footstep as well. So now my daughter's she's 25, and she's taking the business as well, and God rest, my dad passed away 4 years ago, but the love is still there for New York Hair Salon, and we've always been about the community, about the people. It's not about ourselves, it's about our clients and our friends. It's number one.
And I talk about it on my EFAs where I hang on my own. Mm-hmm. And I really started applying that logic after 40. And I started really to teach, and I talk about that. And I hang my own. And when I got to know you, my wife introduced me, I automatically picked you. I knew you were a great father. Mm-hmm. I knew you were a great provider. I knew you were a family man, businessman, entrepreneur, community, like this man here, Mr. Worldwide. He's known as, this is Canada's Mr. Worldwide here. Those that don't know this, right? Look at us today, right? We're grubby. Yeah. I got construction shoes on. We're grubby.
This is the last minute thing he asked me to do. So
this is a last minute thing, right? Like he's sitting there with his mask, okay, beside him in his phone. We got the sanitizer. I'm legally allowed to have people in this building now in Ontario, legally allowed, and it's a medical clinic. And we have city contractors downstairs replacing a water meter that we had to get replaced. So we're in a building like this. And Vincenzo, the last minute I brought you here, and I asked you, I can do this now. The sanitizer, I know you came in with your mask.
Yeah.
I know you're a responsible businessman, and I know you're going to do that at work and etc. As a hair salon guy. And when I say Mr. Worldwide, you go to a game with this man, I'm talking Canada's Mr. Worldwide here. Everybody, like all you hear is Vincenzo, Vincenzo, right? And the reason for that is because who you are. I saw that back in 2001, and you haven't changed. You are still the same provider. You are still the family man. You're still the community man. And it hurts me to see. When were you shut down? Give me the date when you were shut down.
March 15th.
March 15th, 2020.
Yeah.
What date are we today?
We're June 2nd.
Tuesday, June 2nd. So on March 15th, 2020, Vincenzo, Marina, New York Hair Salon, a family business that all salaries from that household under that roof comes from that family business. And that family business, that's like third generation here, okay, this is what you're playing with. We're not playing dice here, okay? You're playing with a family, a house, a community, jobs that provide other jobs for others, right? So they shut you down on March 15th.
That's right.
Today we're Tuesday, June 2nd. I don't want to get personal. I don't want to get into your numbers.
Yeah.
What is if we're talking numbers here? What is your gross monthly operating cost? What would it
I'm looking
approximate?
at about 45,000 a month.
So it costs you, New York, the business,
Yeah.
that provides your family's income, other families' income, community
My expenses,
services.
yeah, my expenses, yeah.
But what you provide out there, you
Yeah.
provide to the community.
Yeah, yeah.
You provide a service. Your family puts their life to provide a service that also creates jobs for others, that gives life to other families,
Right.
and provides a service to the community. That, for you to do that, your operating cost is around 45,000 a month,
Yeah,
correct?
That's right.
So since March 15th to today, June 2nd, do you know when you're opening in Ontario?
No, and that's the worst, not knowing.
Do you have a schedule? Do you-
No ideas, nothing.
And correct me if I'm wrong, everything you guys have comes from within your own association,
That's
from
right.
sharing of information,
Yeah, yeah.
from finding out what other countries are doing.
Through Canada, I've been on the internet, have lots of meetings with a lot of the leaders of salons, and there's nothing. Nobody knows. Nothing.
So think about that, okay? Your jobs. I'm gonna take your job March 15th, okay? We're June 2nd. And I'm not gonna give you a schedule, I'm not gonna give you a time, I'm not gonna give you nothing. And what you're gonna get, your information from your own peers, your own association, your own groups, other provinces, other countries, etc. So right now, you went from needing to make $45,000, your operating costs and that kind of stuff, right? Your salaries and all that stuff. You haven't made nothing since, right?
That's right.
What have you received?
I've only received $4,000. I'm still waiting for now they get the subsidy for wages for work, and I'm still waiting for that. And since March 15th, it's only $4,000 I've received. And as you all know, $4,000 you can't survive 3 months, and it's getting tougher and more stressful. And that's where the frustration is coming out of all business owners. We need to have an answer. We need to have a plan. Don't put us on the spot. Okay, you open tomorrow, or we open another month, 2 months. We don't know. And that's the frustration, not knowing what are we going to be doing.
Okay, so, and this is what I'm trying to paint a picture here. I'm trying to make people listen to understand what's going on. This family, the $4,000. Here's $4,000. It costs you $45,000 a month operating cost, and I don't want to go into the nets and this and that, and we can spread the pie down the road later on. Well, let's go to the just rows here. We went from 45, so you made 4,000 thus far. You're waiting for other funds, correct? And you're also probably waiting for the funds for your employees.
I got the funds for the business, the loan. It's a loan. $40,000 is a loan. It's not money that's going to be kept in your pocket.
Remember what he said? He said it's a loan. He wasn't given money. It's a loan. Continue.
It's a loan that thank God, to help Visa credit cards, all interest that we have. So that helps for that, but we have to pay that back. We're going to start our business in a large negative. How can we advance? When we open up, there's only be allowed a certain amount of people in the salon. You can't do the numbers you were doing before. Everything's going to be restricted. You still have to pay the same rent. You still have to pay the same expenses. How are you able to do it? I'm looking at opening 7 days a week. Okay, 7 days a week, but you're going to...
Come on, Vincenzo, you can work 25 hours a day, can't you? You don't need to sleep.
No.
Okay, so no, and I'm being sarcastic here,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he doesn't need to sleep. Marina doesn't need to sleep. Your family better work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the next several years.
Yeah.
Because remember, $45,000 a month. Now we're month what? April, May. We're going to June, right?
We're not
3
sure.
months.
We're not
Now,
sure.
so and then not only that, once you get your schedule, you don't have your schedule yet.
No.
Once you get your schedule, which they'll probably give you a timeline in 2 weeks, 3, 4 weeks, you'll be able to open. Say they're in a week from now, Vincenzo. Say they tell you you can open, right? Then you open. They're going to tell you how many people per square foot.
That's right.
How many chairs do you have in your salon?
I have 20 chairs.
Can you spread people? Can you open your doors today and have separation with all measures and procedures in place? Can you operate your business today?
100%.
Is there prior to COVID-19, did you have to follow rules and regulations, government bodies,
Always.
health?
Always. You always have the health inspector come in the shop and inspect what you're doing and all that.
And how does that work? Did they just randomly come in?
They just randomly come in.
They just randomly come in.
Yeah.
Those that know my background, that's what we do. We just randomly go in. By law in Ontario, he can't stop that inspector from going in. That is law, okay? So I would just randomly go in my previous also. So you are randomly checked all the time, correct?
That's right.
And you have
You have papers showing that we've been certified. We're a clean salon and we're run by the rules.
Democratic society, I believe in that. I've always said that, rules and regulation.
And it's important. It's important.
Absolutely.
I believe that you should have a clean place, and it's not right for anybody to run a dirty salon or any business. It's important for my safety and my team and people that come into my place. And I've always had a clean salon. It's very important to me. And the day we shut down, 2 weeks after, I had everything bought. I had the masks, I had all the sanitizers, I got all the visors, I got everything. Because I said, okay, 2 weeks we're gonna be shut down. Great, okay, no problem, little vacation.
So you spent money within 2 weeks. So basically in April, before April, you've already prepared yourself with your masks, your shields, your sanitizer.
Yeah.
So you've been ready since March.
Yeah.
Basically, you already prepared yourself because as a business person,
You have to be
remember I said this back when, look at my earlier EFAs, and I told you that business people don't need to be told what to do. They'll follow your rules and regulations, they'll comply. Why do you drive at 100 kilometers an hour on our highways?
Because there's rules.
Thank you. Because it's posted, it's law, you know if you speed, you get ticketed. If you don't wear your seatbelt, you drink and drive, you're driving 160 kilometers an hour, you might go to jail, okay? So business people like Vincenzo, New York Hair Salon, give them the door, and I've said this, open the world now, right? Open the world now. I don't know how many more times we need to say this, open the world now. Let him open his doors, because and this is where I'm gonna freak you all out there. In Ottawa, Canada, we have a beautiful city next door called Gatineau, but we also have a province of Ontario that borders the province of Quebec, right? And a lot of those borders are just basically hop, skip, and jump over. Today, in Ottawa, I can walk across the bridge. I can get my hair cut,
Yeah.
correct?
That's right.
And then if I cross the bridge back into Ontario, can you cut my hair?
No.
So I can cross the river right now, this moment, as of yesterday, I can cross the river by feet, get my hair cut in Gatineau, and come back to Ottawa. But if I go to your salon, I have to pull it up. I think if we pull this up, it's probably $1 million. The fines are huge. If you cut anybody's hair in your salon, it's like $1 million fine. It's a huge fine. Don't quote me on this, please. It's a huge fine, okay? What is different from their salon to your salon?
The province. It's nothing. There's no force field, there's no nothing. We're neighbors. It's like you're Quebec and I'm Ontario. That's exactly it. And there's nothing.
So right now, I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, that you, Vincenzo, I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of people crossing the river right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people getting your clients are leaving your business to go to Quebec to get their haircut because they need it. Because they want to get, I almost swore, I've always, psychologically, when I go to you prior to COVID-19, ladies and gentlemen, when I went and saw you, Vincenzo, and the hot foam neck shaves, the massage, the scalp massage when I get my hair washed, the cup of coffee.
It's a good feeling. It makes you feel good. Everybody after a haircut is like, wow, I feel great. It's such an importance. And right now, these tough times, people need to feel good. They're just going through a hard time. And you know what? We'll wear the mask. The customer will wear the mask. We do the sanitation. We do the distancing. We have it intact. I have no problems. Do it today. Let's go. Because we can't survive this way. We just can't survive. And they're talking about another way. Well, you know what? This is crucial. We open people that are going to respect the law. I respect the law. I understand COVID-19 is a very serious thing. That's why we took all the measurements that we have to do. That's why I'm ready to open up tomorrow. No problem. My team is ready. We understand because for my health, for my team, I want to make sure they're safe. And when I go home at night, my family's safe. So I'm not saying COVID-19 is not real. It's real. It's 100% real. But if we're following procedures, let's do it. I go to many places. They don't sanitize. They don't wear masks. They don't keep distance. Why everything's different? That's what drives me mental. Is that what is the difference? Why is everybody different rules? Why are we being punished so badly as a salon, as people, hair barbers and salons? We have the measures to take. We'll do it. If people don't apply it, give them a fine, 100%. Close them down. I don't care. But if people are buying what the law is, we follow the law, we'll do it. It's for our safety, no problem. You want to make plastic glass? I get it. You want me to do this? No problem. I'll do it. Let me operate. Let me make a living. Let me make people happy, feel better. That's the truth. And I don't know why different pockets are open and some places aren't. Like across Canada, lots of places are open. Now we've got zoning. So Ontario said we're going to do zones. Okay, so hopefully that'll make a difference. But I feel very bad for a lot of places that won't be able to open, and they won't be able to open after they say go ahead, because they won't be able to survive. It's a crucial time right now, and it's very emotional and psychological. As a business owner, many years, I've been doing this 30 years, not knowing the next, when is it going to be allowed, when are you going to be able to do it, and when you open up, how many people are allowed in your business. And if you're only allowed 8 people, when you used to have a salon full of 30 people, that makes a huge difference. So I'm ready to do what I got to do. You know me, Jean-Guy, I'm like, go get her. I have no problem, let's do it. Let's put our gear on, let's go forward and charge ahead, let's go do it. I'm ready, but sitting back and waiting, I'm more exhausted doing nothing and trying to pre-plan for how to open and change our website, change the regulation, change what we do with salon. I'm there at the salon for 2 days. Just gotta miss it. I miss the vibe, I miss the business. But not the business of money, the business of making people feel good.
You know, I could extrapolate so many key things that Vincenzo said there. And his voice is the voice of many. And you don't want to, right?
No, it's hard.
You don't want to get emotional, but it pisses you off because it doesn't make sense.
No.
When you look at, I can cross a river by feet right now.
Yeah.
I could literally hop, skip, and jump and get my haircut, but I can't get my haircut there. And those numbers, we know the numbers, we know the data. If you're on, and he said, we'll respect everybody has to wear a mask. I know Vincenzo, they've been ready since March, okay? They have their PPE, you've done your training with your staff. I know they're ready, the industry is ready to open their doors. And now, but I can jump over a freaking creek almost and get my haircut, but I can't get, and like he said, there's no force field, there's no mystical, magical anything. And those numbers out there, if you're under 60, look at the numbers. If you're under 20, it's 0. The probability of death or anything. Under 60 of them, it starts going higher over 60. But their salon, they will wear a mask. They will have precautionary measures for everyone, to treat everyone universally, right? But they're asking you, please, just let us open so they can open. Because right now, the emotional thing I was talking about earlier, it is a good thing for people to go see to their salon, right? But put your ear to the ground and listen what's going on out there. Suicide rates are increasing. Yeah. Suicide rates are increasing across the globe. Look at your cities, look at your numbers. They're starting to go up. And opiate-related suicides are starting to shoot up, right? That emotion he's talking about as a business person, as a family man, as a provider, as a member of the community, as your freaking livelihood, right? Where's your next paycheck? Where is your next paycheck? And let me know if I shut you down today. And there's a lot of people out there that said that, eh? If all salaries would have been cut back on March 15th, if all salaries from prime ministers, presidents, all the way down, if every single salary in this country, in your country, in all countries, in all nations would have stopped on that date, it would have all been, it would have been managed a lot more efficiently. And we'll leave it at that. Vincenzo, if you could say something to people, if you could say something to your leaders out there, if you could say something to your business, like, where's the line, right?
Right.
And we are a democratic society, and you know me, right?
Yeah.
You know my background,
Yeah.
enforcement, and I believe in rules and regulation. Yeah. I believe in rules and regulation. I believe in policy and procedures. Yeah. I believe in the democratic society. I believe in all that. But where is the line? I think a family like Vincenzo's in their community, in their jobs, and their employees, and all those restaurants, all those industries, all those companies out there like Vincenzo, that they have no schedule. They don't even have any information.
No idea.
Nothing is black and white. All they're getting information is from other sources, but not their governing body that could shut them down and put them in jail or fine them. So the people that could actually impose rules and regulation, lock them up, jail them, and fine them, having given them the rules and regulation to go forward with, right? And all those restaurants and salons and so forth, if you were to say to them, I know that, and I said this earlier, you will follow the rules. You will do it, right?
Yeah.
If you can say something to your prime minister, if they didn't have a salary, if those ministers didn't have a salary, if the deputy minister didn't have a salary, if all government employees didn't have a salary, if everything since March 15th, but they have had salary. Everybody's had salary, and businesses have been running, and there's businesses running. There's businesses that did not stop at all, right? Did not stop at all. Talk to them. Say something to them.
You know, if truly, like he said, if you're in the same situation as I am, or myself, and a lot of businesses, small businesses and restaurants, and I feel for all the restaurants, I feel for all the salon, barber shops, I feel for everyone that's not working right now. It's a crucial time. And a lot of people say they feel for you, understand. No, you don't understand. And we need to stand up and say we need to open up. And in Canada, we don't protest that much, but my buddy said, go down to Parliament Hill, get everybody together. But we're Canadians. We're not like most. We'll go up and say sorry after we're done. We have to open up. We need to survive. This is a government town, Ottawa, and everybody's working out of their houses. Tons of people working out of their houses. They're all getting paid. But the people that are getting $2,000 a month, thank you, government, for at least giving us something, but it's not enough. When a student gets $2,000 and he doesn't contribute towards how much I contribute in a system, he gets $2,000, I get $2,000. It's not balanced properly. So we need to open so we can continue our life in a safe way for everybody. That's all I ask. Look at the numbers, look at the areas, do by zone, but if the salons are going to do, or the restaurants are going to do what they need to do to make sure it's safe, 100% allow them to open up. Otherwise, this is going to be very, very difficult times. And it is difficult times for everybody, all across the border, for every type of business, except for the ones that are punishing.
And they're going to close.
Yeah.
And you can say this. I believe your landlord. They took the haircut, right?
Yeah.
To help you.
I have a great landlord. They said, you know what, we're going to help you. They understand our situation, and I appreciate it, because I said, there's no money. You want close me up. There's nothing I can do.
Are you able to say the landlord's name?
Urbandale. Urbandale is our landlord, and they were very good. I've been with them for a while.
And I like Urbandale. They gave them Urbandale's going to take a 25% haircut here to help you out, right? And they're taking that, and like absolute respect. Like those in the industries out there and that have helped out and are doing their best, because everybody, we're trying to help each other out.
That's right. At the end of the day, you know what? I have clients calling, listen, Vince, how can I help you? Can I buy some gift cards and put it towards my future haircuts? Great. And you know what? It shows really a lot of love. And you know what? We're there. We're there for the community, and the community is supporting us right now. But everybody wants to feel good, and everybody's, when are you opening? And everybody thought we're opening because they heard opening, but it's Quebec opening, not us. And then, what do you mean Quebec's opening? You can't open. Don't talk to me. Talk to your government.
I was talking to a premier yesterday last night in Toronto. He said he's going to drive to Quebec. I'm not. From a business peer of mine yesterday, I was talking to him. And I was explaining your situation, and I said I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something like this, and he's in Toronto, and he said that he'll drive to Quebec. Think about that. That's what I'm saying. You're losing your business. You are across a creek, a river to Quebec, and you're losing people to them. Like if Urbandale, thank you for doing and this is the biggest givers out there are the most quietest. I'm telling you right now. I said those that have, every single person that I know that has, they earned it. You earned it. Every single person that I know that has anything they have, they earned it. And your Urbandales of the world. I'm gonna give you the plug here, Urbandale, because it started with somebody with a shovel. Every one of those companies that I know, it started with somebody. It started with somebody like getting up at 4 in the morning, exactly, building at 6, 7. Now you said, I'm going to have to work 7 days a week. I'm going to have to work 12 hours a day. I'm going to have to think about that.
I have no choice.
You have no choice because you're being dictated how to run your business. You have no choice because you're being told you're going to run your business at this capacity, but you said earlier, this doesn't change. The $45,000 ceiling here doesn't change. But I'm taking away your $45,000 ceiling, but I'm pushing it down. But so you can only make 15, 20,000 maybe. So you're going to go in. I'm telling you this as a friend, and you know this. I'm not telling you something you don't know. You're going to go in with a big debt.
Huge debt.
You're not going to get out of it because you're not going to be able to run your business how this was designed.
That's right.
What you have right now, your salon, your business, your numbers, how you're set up right now is to run at pre-COVID-19 operating.
That's right.
You're restructuring, you're pivoting like all businesses. You're doing everything you can. You have to increase. Like I have a gentleman, another brother and peer of mine in business, partner, and Greg. He's my data guy. He's like he's my data. He's in the background here, guys. But Greg, like data numbers, he will tell you the percentage you would have to make to recoup, right?
Yeah.
When you look at all those numbers, and how much time it would take you to recoup all that.
Right.
That curve is not good. You know, remember flatten the curve? Well, now the curve for business people, they have this massive curve they're going to have to climb percentage-wise to recoup, to bring them back to this operation. That means more hours for you, more administration for you, less money.
Oh, yeah.
You know it.
I know.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, honestly, Vincenzo, we can talk for hours here and pull up the coffees and that. And I asked you to come in today. I thank you for doing so.
Thank you.
We're opening up ourselves here.
Mm-hmm.
We started opening up the building.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have city workers down there, etc. And I feel so bad that you can't.
Yeah.
Like you can't. And if you do.
Oh, you're crucified.
And you're, in many ways, in many ways, you would be hit financially. If you do, you would be hit also. And some people would say, "Oh, your name.
My name.
See, your name. You earned that name."
Yeah,
But New York Salon is a professional salon.
Yeah.
It's a clean salon.
That's right.
It's an abiding salon. It meets all the regular measures and procedures, everything. And you don't want to lose that name.
No. Worked very hard for that name.
Third generation. Third generation. We talked about this. Third generation name. Like put all those years and hours together, all those years and hours together, and somebody's suppressing it. A system, a governing system is suppressing it. City workers downstairs, they're suppressing that, they're controlling that, and they're dictating to you how much money you're gonna make, when you're gonna make it, how you're gonna make it.
Like I said, it's not easy for everybody. It's cross-border, the whole world is a difficulty. But if you have measures to take in place to be safe, go forward.
So we'll take this break here to say, Vincenzo,
Thank you.
thank you. From the bottom of my heart, and I know you came up here today and all that stuff, and the precautions, and I said, let's just do this. I asked you to do this, right? I asked you to do this because I think it's very important for you to speak to the world. And you're speaking to the world. Mr. Worldwide, this is Canada's Mr. Worldwide.
My brother from another mother.
my Venezuelan Italian brother from another mother, right?
Yeah,
I love you, brother.
Love you.
Love you. All right, love you guys too. John Gibon,
See you soon.
Vincenzo, Alfredo Porco,
Thank you, brother.
EFA66. Thank you.